You guys taking a look at some other coronavirus or coronavirus related names. I understand some of these are directly related, but nonetheless, we shall persevere. AHPI was a strong contender from yesterday, given the fact that we had a lot of strength going into the end of the day. We saw that manifest in the form of a gap up, but we have a relatively indecisive candle today with upper and lower wicks. What is interesting is that today's low bounced right off of 2049, 2050, which is actually the resistance line that we talked about from March 4th. So interesting correlations. We'll see if it comes into play again. I'm also interested to see if 2250 became a issue or a form of support or resistance inside on the 5-minute time frame today. But what we need to do is determine who has momentum and what the current setup is, because this daily candlestick doesn't tell us a whole lot about who's controlling the price action right now, and that's really what we need to know. Although we do know that on the daily time frame, there's a real lack of resistance here, and if bulls want to make a go of it, the only thing really slowing them down right now is the high day resistance at 27.81. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have not really consolidated well on the 4-hour, so we are due for a 4-hour higher low. Anything over $13 is going to be that. More likely, we'll see something around or above 1960. Because that is this consistent area of almost triple bottom support here. If we can zoom in, you can see how that has come into play in that area. But yes, we are overdue for some consolidation on the 4-hour time frame. Our RSI is at 74 or 73.99. On the hourly time frame, this is pretty good for us. We can see that our RSI is nearing overbought, but we are taking these opportunities to stair step our way up. So our current hourly higher low is sitting at 22.37, and then what we need to see is bulls step in, break 27.81, and then they will be off to the races in this area of very, very little resistance. In fact, all I see here from this pre-market level is 34.88, so a lot of potential here for upside continuation. Let's check out the 5-minute data today. Strong open, we set our high of day. Almost got into an equilibrium, but we didn't quite get that. We saw a quick flush into oversold conditions against 2049. Well, actually, it wasn't oversold. That's interesting. So we got to pay attention to our RSIs. Nonetheless, it certainly reacted like an oversold condition. We bounced right off of that 2049 area of support, got into a little bit of a mess here, but a strong 15-minute uptrend into the end of the day. And actually, that did hold. I would call this a 5-minute higher low, but we got our key hold of our 50-minute support level at 22.16. So now bulls need to get back up over top of 26.74 and set a new high above 27.81 for upside continuation. The only thing that may slow them down is that real lack of a 4-hour higher low and that 4-hour consolidation. If we lose our key support at 22.16, that 4-hour consolidation likely will be underway. TDOC started strong. We saw a lot of volatility back and forth today, and unfortunately, that just shows pure indecision. Now we are in the area where we could see a daily lower high form, in which case we may be looking at a shift into this daily uptrend, into this area of volatility, into a daily downtrend. It's too early to tell quite yet, but we have resistance at 153.75. We've got resistance at today's high of day, and we've got our indecision candlestick to worry about. So we also have low of day support. I'm going to get rid of that candlestick, and I'm going to move this guy right there. Watching this range tomorrow. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have really a lack of clarity. Here's this nice 4-hour uptrend into that area of volatility, and now this indecision. So what we're going to do is wait for something more clear on the daily time frame, and we're going to watch our close hourly time frames, 50-minute time frames, and the 5-minute time frames to try to determine what could possibly be coming next. So if we lose 132.07, we're going to be looking for a new hourly downtrend. Then we'd look for a lower high under 148.49. to give us some 4-hour consolidation. Anything over 112.25 would work just fine for that. RHHBY, we have ourselves a little bit of a daily resistance line. I don't remember exactly why I drew that, but nonetheless, if this is a valid trend line, for whatever reason, we have broken above it. So we'll keep it here just to watch. But we do have our EMA 12 and our EMA 26 resistance to watch out for. And it looks like we got very close to a double top here on the daily time frame with resistance at 40 psychological. And that was actually today's high of day. So interesting there. We've got our key range between $36 and $40. It's going to be a battle, and it's going to be interesting to see who is controlling what time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, real lack of clarity as well. I'd have to give it currently to the hourly bulls, because we can see that we are in a slight hourly uptrend, and there that is. There's that clear rejection from 40 psychological, and then what we're going to do is watch 3680. Anything over top of 3688 is going to be an hourly higher low after hourly consolidation. But ultimately, what we just want to watch is a tightening range. We want to see, in the most ideal situation would be, it looks like my trading view has frozen, it's going to be hourly higher lows getting tighter and tighter against that key level break of 40 psychological. If they manage to do that, then bulls are going to be in very, very good shape, with the key resistance being over here in the area of $42 and something cents. IBIO, let's see if this is working, and indeed it is. IBIO had a little bit of a bearish day. We had a mid-range open. We saw a rejection from our resistance at 150, so our high is 149, and now we are being squished against our EMA 26, so lack of clarity on the daily time frame. On the 4 hour, we had the potential for a 4-hour bull flag. We lost 150, had some good follow through, and now what we're doing is trying to establish if these hourly bears are going to maintain control, or are we going to see a shift on the hourly time frame into a bull trend. In order to do that, bulls need to establish a new high over 135 and a higher low over 125. So nice 10-cent range there. We'll see if the bulls are able to do anything with this, but relatively indecisive on the daily time frame with an overall daily downtrend. MNRA, we managed to open pretty well. We opened right above at 32.70, so it was our open 32.78, but we gave that all up. We saw quick push, rejection, and bulls push the price down. We knocked out some key supports at 26.91, 26.55. So we're just losing supports and resistances all over the place on the daily time frame. So that's going to mean we have a lack of clarity. We're going to watch the high and lows of today and see if anything matters going into tomorrow. So what we'll do is we will adjust our charts just like this, taking into account that new explosive range on both sides, and see if we can't get ourselves a little bit of an equilibrium or some sort of pattern that gives us a little sense of something going on right now. Just a lot of indecision and a real lack of clarity. There's that hourly time frame. We lost hourly higher lows, saw immediate consolidation in a very big way, and we're gonna go the 5-minute time frame to watch that. Here's that strong open, rejection initially. We establish 5-minute higher lows. We get another rejection, and then as soon as we lose our key support, right there, 32.83, the volume starts to come in. And in fact, the volume was a little preceding that action. Let's go check that out. Which candlestick gave us that big volume bar? Oh, maybe I was wrong. 32.83. Looks like the volume came in on that break. We saw a big flush. We saw oversold bounce right against our EMA 12, which is a perfect target for those bounces. But we still managed to maintain 5-minute higher lows. So the bulls managed to limp away, not giving up too much at the end of the day and holding whatever they managed to grab onto on the bounce. So what I like to do is go look at these breaks of these key levels. So 32.83. We can go right to the 2-minute time frame. Watch our volume again. Here's the break of our key bar, 32.83. There's a volume, and we're going to go in one step closer and really zoom in and investigate what happened there. Let's go. Where are you? So we can go in and watch on a 15-second time frame to see that come into play. We saw a big flush, 1, 2, 3 tests, and then break, and then things really start dumping. So interesting to watch how this all plays out in real time. I encourage you to play around with the 15-second time frame. Lots of fun to be had, lots of learning to be accomplished. It's a lot of fun. LH on the daily time frame, we see this big bear trend, and again, we talked about this being very different. This is going to be more correlated to the general market, and if we look at SPY today, SPY had a similar green day. Excuse the messy charts. I usually don't like to have them this messy, but SPY had a nice inside bar day, so that is good. LH did not, but we are going to be watching the overall market for correlations to LH. Bulls are currently in control of the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute higher lows, but we do have a key resistance to watch out for near our high of day. Actually, it is our high day, 118.10. We failed to get over top of that. If bulls can maintain this strength into tomorrow, 118.10 is going to be a resistance, and beyond that, 124.50. More accurately, 127.46. That is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about technical analysis, I want to teach you, and I've got about 1,000 people who love doing this stuff, who are in TheChartGuys, or I'm part of the community, so I encourage you to check that out. Have a good day, and good luck tomorrow.